One Piece fans, what is good? The answer to that question, of course, is One Piece. One Piece is what's good. Today, I just wanted to talk about Jinbe versus the Monster Trio and where he stands in that. So you get a lot of mixed opinions when you come to this. You got some people saying Jinbe is stronger than Luffy. Some people say Jinbe is stronger than Zoro or only stronger than Sanji. Some people say he's weaker than all three of them. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents on the whole debate. So, Jinbe being stronger than Luffy, I think that most of us can agree that's no-go. Like, Luffy has proved himself so much. Like, Jinbe, if Jinbe could take out Katakuri, like, he wouldn't be so... If he could take out Katakuri, he would have, Fishman Island would barely need protection from anybody because they're trying to get the protection of Luffy, who's only as strong as Katakuri, even though, to be fair, the newspaper was calling him the fifth Yonko. But even so, like, if Jinbei's strong as a first commander and Fishman Island is in water, which is in his element, and I mean, he could be as strong as a first commander in water. I guess I'm not going to say he wasn't because Hody Jones, we all know how that went. Like, that was a little bit of plot armor, like Oda was holding Jinbe back so the Straw Hats could show off their skills. But still, I don't think that Jinbe is going to be quite first commander level, and I don't think he's going to be stronger than Luffy, or even as strong as Luffy. Now with Zoro, of course Zoro has done nothing. But Zoro, he has got a lot of hype, and the Zoro tarts will ride that like a wave. But I do sometimes find that a little bit annoying. I'm like, Zoro's not going to be stronger than Luffy. He's not going to be stronger than Fujitora, as some people even say. He's not going to be duking it out with Fujitora for too long. I do not believe that. But the hype and portrayal does count for something. Like, you cannot ignore that. You just can't ignore everything else. So Zoro, he's extremely strong. He's extremely strong. Like, I will put him... Once he masters Enma, I will put him at second commander level. Like, I know some people might say that's too high, some people might say that's too low, but that's personally where I put him just because of all the hype he's gotten, and then mastering Enma and all of that. And so, Jinbe versus Zoro, that's a hard one because Jinbe is definitely somewhere in the third, second commander range, but I don't know how much Jinbe would be, like, taking out Zoro, because of course if it's in water, Jinbei's probably going to win, because Jinbei is possibly the strongest seafaring person or character in the entire series. Somebody who doesn't have a devil fruit, somebody who can just go straight in the water. Like, the water is his thing, but the land is kind of Zoro's thing, so I feel like if Zoro was in water, of course he's completely hindered, and Jinbei gets a buff, so probably Jinbei is going to win that, right? But if you're on land, I don't think... Like, Jinbei does have strong things on land. Like, 5,000 brick fists, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that he's going to be tussling with Zoro. And now Sanji. I don't know what to say about Sanji, because I know people will hate on me for this, but I believe that Raid Suit Sanji is going to be third commander level. And, like, I know some people are like, what? But I think that Sanji without the raid suit was about 4th commander level, so around what Snack would have been, like, because he was a little bit stronger than Oven and Daifuku in my opinion. I know some people say equal to, but I think he was a slightly stronger. And they were just under the cusp of commander level, or 4th commander level anyway. If those are levels, like, of course, that's kind of a rough outline sketch, but still. So, I believe with the raid suit, that would push him from, like, 4th commander level to 3rd commander level, and that's with his mastery of it, because the raid suit is definitely something that one has to master, because people will be like, oh wow, Sanji's so trash, he got a suit. Zoro got a sword. Like, Zoro uses swords, they're his tools, and he got an OP sword, but when Sanji gets an OP suit, it's somehow some type of cheap thing. Like, no, like, they both got tools to implement, to, like, skyrocket their powers, and that's what happened. So yes, the raid suit does have to be mastered, but I think, like, he's around 3rd commander level right now. I know some people would be like, no, but that's where I put the line. That's where I'd say Sanji is. Like, Luffy's 1st commander level, Zoro 2nd commander level, Sanji is about 3rd commander level. And Jinbe versus Sanji, how does that go? I think that's... I'm gonna be lame, and I'm gonna say I think that's a tie. So, I think that Jinbe and Sanji at this point, I think that they are kind of equal. Like, I know people will get mad. They're going to be like, no, they got to be weaker, stronger, and then the strongest. Because now that we got this whole monster quadruple thing, not trio. What do you call a foursome again? I forget what you call it. But now that we got this all quartet, right? Now that we got this monster quartet, like, there's gonna have to be a power ranking. And that is true. I believe at the end of the series, Jinbe is going to be the lowest ranking one of that quartet, of this new monster quartet. I believe that Jinbe is going to be the weakest one out of all of them. So you're gonna have Jinbe, Sanji, Zoro, Luffy. Like, that's how I believe it's gonna be at the end of the series. But right now, I don't think that Sanji has quite passed on Jinbe. Like, I don't think he's quite out of Jinbe's league yet. I think that Jinbe's not gonna be necessarily stronger than Sanji. Like, maybe, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a little bit stronger, but Sanji is, of course, getting stronger, and I believe he's going to get stronger to the point past Jinbe. But I believe that probably with the raid suit on, Sanji and Jinbe are going to be about equal in terms of power. Now, again, if we're in water, if we're talking water, that's a whole different story. Like, I don't know how Zoro or Sanji would fare against Jinbe in water. Obviously, Luffy would get bodied because he can't even go in water, right? But I don't know how they would fare against him. I don't think he'd body them per se, but he'd probably definitely win, just considering it's water. Especially Sanji. Now, I'm not a Sanji hater. I like Sanji better than Zoro, but the series has just kind of portrayed Zoro than Sanji. Sanji's always slightly below, just like Zoro's always slightly below Luffy. So I believe that Jinbe, he's probably going to be around the level of Sanji, and in water, he's probably going to be beating Sanji and probably going to be beating Zoro, and obviously he's going to be beating Luffy. Like, if Luffy's in water, probably even, like, and anybody can kill him, basically. But that's what I really say on Jinbe versus the Monster Trio, where he is at in terms of power. I think he and Sanji are, like, equal right now. Like, they're like, boom. And then, like, if this is Jinbe, this is Sanji, boom. This is Zoro, this is Jinbe, boom. This is Luffy, this is Jinbe, boom. Like, I don't know if you could see those, like, if you could kind of see what I was trying to convey there. But that is where I will put Jinbe in relation to the Monster Trio. So tell me in the comments below what you think of Jinbe and the Monster Trio, or this new Monster Quartet, I guess you could call it. Where do you think Jinbe ranks in the power scaling of the Straw Hats? I definitely believe those four, Jinbe, Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy, are the four strongest Straw Hats, and probably always will be. But that's basically all I have to say on the matter for now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy my content, and only if you enjoy my content, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more One Piece content. I know I haven't posted for a while up until this video, but I'm going to try to post more, and yeah, I will be seeing you in the next video.